the Bhagavatam call by chanting the Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra for her. Hare Kṛṣṇa to you. Hare Kṛṣṇa to you. Hare Kṛṣṇa to dear Bhaswati Mataji. Hare Kṛṣṇa to you. May Prabhupada bless you. May Prabhupada bless you. May Prabhupada bless you, dear Bhaswati Mataji. Hare Kṛṣṇa to you. Hari Hari Bol, Bhaswati Mataji ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Please pray for me so that I can become a devotee. Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. I was telling this to Mataji in the morning. We had Janmashtami and then Radhashtami. So something like that last week, and Somen Prabhuji had birthday. And this weekend she has her appearance. So Haribol.
Thank you, Prabhuji. I am blessed to have all of your association. Really, really blessed and lucky to be in Tampa and ISKCON Tampa, more specifically.
Not just Tampa, Mataji. New Tampa is our territory.
We are lucky, Mataji, to have you in New Tampa. Not you, we.
You are so humble and you are always an inspiration for me, Mataji. I'm learning from you, your sincerity.
Please, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
You're a very, very special soul, and the way you sing bhajans, you invited Gaur-Nitai in your lives, since the last few years. I've been seeing that you're constantly balancing your family, your work, and all the aspects, and continually making spiritual progress, step by step, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, krame krame, which is very, very nice. And through your dedication, through your Vaishnava bhajans, through serving the deities, taking care of devotees, hosting home programs, inspiring others to serve, decoration, kids programs. I mean, everywhere you are, sharing your valuable opinions and perspectives in these discussions, joining these meetings in spite of your full-time job and all the things. It's not easy, right? It's not easy. But you are a good example of how one should balance everything and trying your best to do the best and be a good role model for everyone. So thank you so much. It means a lot.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Please pray for us, Prabhuji, so that we can continue to serve, Prabhuji.
Pray that you continue to be a good, wonderful Vaishnavi and continue to inspire others like the way you're doing now. And today is actually Bhakti Thakur's birthday, so appearance day. And you love Vaishnava bhajans, so maybe we can begin the class with one of the bhajans which you can sing, which you like from Bhakti Thakur, if that's okay.
Okay, Prabhuji, I'll try.
Please. You want me to open the lyrics? I can open that for everyone.
I can try, Prabhuji. Ohe Vaishnava Thakur.
Sure.
Dayalu Sagar.
Okay. So for those who joined the class just in the last few minutes, we are going to sing, Bhaswati Mataji is going to sing Ohe Vaishnava Thakur, since it's Bhakti Thakur's appearance, and then we'll read a few verses from the Bhagavatam. Yeah, please.
Dhanavad Pranam to all devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. I'm singing Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur's O He Vaishnava Thakur Dayaro Sagar. O He Vaishnava Thakur Dayaro Sagar E Dashe Karuna Kori. O He Vaishnava Thakur Dayaro Sagar E Dashe Karuna Kori. Diyo Podo Chaya Shudhu He Amai. Diyo Podo Chaya Shudhu He Amai. Tomaro Charono Dhori. O He Vaishnava Thakur Dayaro Sagar E Dashe Karuna Kori. Chaya Bego Domi Chaya Dosha Shodhi Chaya Guno Deho Dashe Chaya Guno Deho Dashe Chaya Shoto Shango Deho He Amare Chaya Shoto Shango Deho He Amare Boshechi Shangero Ashe. O He Vaishnava Thakur Dayaro Sagar E Dashe Karuna Kori. E Dashe Karuna Kori. Ekaki amaro nahi pae bolo Hari Namo Sankirtane. Hari Namo Sankirtane. Tumi kripa kari Srota bindu diya. Tumi kripa kari Srota bindu diya. Deho Krishna namo dhone. O He Vaishnava Thakur Dayaro Sagar E Dashe Karuna Kori. E Dashe Karuna Kori. Krishna she tomaro Krishna dite paro tomaro shakoti ache. Tomaro shakoti ache. Ami to kangal Vaishnava Thakur. Vaishnava Thakur. Ami to kangal Krishna Krishna boli dhai tobo pache pache. Ami to kangal Krishna Krishna boli dhai tobo pache pache. O He Vaishnava Thakur Dayaro Sagar E Dashe Karuna Kori. E Dashe Karuna Kori. Hare Kṛṣṇa Hare Kṛṣṇa Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Kṛṣṇa, back to you.
Hari Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Mataji, for this wonderful bhajan you sang with devotion and love for Krishna and Vaishnavas. Thank you. So we'll read the translation, maybe 4 paragraphs, and 4 devotees can read. We'll start with 1. Anyone wants to read number 1? Okay, I think 4 devotees unmuted. So Ramaya Pran Prabhu, 1. Shilpa Mataji, 2. Upendra Prabhu, 3. Lakshay, 4.
Hare Krishna, Pranam. O Venerable Vaishnava, devotee of Krishna, O ocean of mercy, be merciful unto your servant. Give me the shade of your lotus feet and purify me. I hold on to your lotus feet. Hare Krishna.
Teach me to control my 6 passions, rectify my 6 faults, bestow upon me the 6 qualities, and offer on to me the 6 kinds of holy association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I do not find the strength to carry on alone the Sankirtana of the holy name of Hari. Please bless me by giving me just one drop of faith with which to obtain the great treasure of the holy name of the Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna says, you have the power to give him to me. I am simply a servant running behind you shouting, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna.
So much. Maybe we can read these remarks as well. So, talking about what are those 6, these Chaya Begadomi, 6 passions, 6 faults, 6 qualities, and 6 kind of association. These 4 things here, 4 things, 6 passions, 6 faults, 6 qualities, and 6 kinds of association are basically the first 4 verses of Nectar of Instruction. So those who have want to study in more detail can refer there, but briefly it's mentioned here. Maybe Bipul Prabhu, you can read this.
Horizon devotees, all the 6 passions are those pertaining to words, the mind, anger, the tongue, the stomach, and the genitals. The 6 faults are overeating, attachment to material things, inability to follow regular principles, sense gratification, useless idle talk, and impure habits. The 6 positive qualities are enthusiasm in practicing devotional service, firm faith in devotional process, a strong desire to attain prema bhakti, a favorable service attitude, avoidance of non-devotees, and appreciation of the company of devotees. The 6 methods of association are to go to an assembly of devotees, to invite devotees into one's home, to discuss and hear devotional topics, to take the Mahaprasad of devotees, and to offer Mahaprasad to devotees. Thank you, Puja. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityaṁ bhāgavata-sevayā. Bhagavati Uttama-shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Śrī Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Śrī Advaita Gadadhar Śrīvasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Tat Sat. Thank you so much for joining on this holy day of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's appearance day, and today is also birthday for Bhaswati Mataji and also for Viharini Mataji, Sudhir Prabhu's dear mother. So it's like a double, triple festival, and that becomes even million times more auspicious, joyful, devotional when we all come together and read Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. What is the biggest joy in life than to come in the association of devotees and get a chance to read here Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, and that too the unalloyed pastimes of our Natkat Gopal from the 10th canto, chapter 9 of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is entitled Lord Krishna is bound by Mother Yashoda's love. Mata Yashoda binds Lord Krishna. It's a very good chapter and a great meditation for the Kartik month, which is going to begin exactly in 1 month from now. So it's great. Everything is just perfect. And today we are even more fortunate that Sridhama Prabhu is there. Such a wonderful devotee is present. So maybe we'll request him to read this verse if you're in a position, Prabhu, to read.
Sure, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu, please. We are at text 9. We'll continue. So we read till text 8. Just to give a brief background. Krishna has been, Krishna's spilled the butter, broke the butter pot, went inside the room, has been feeding the butter. Mata Yashoda cautiously comes there, and she's just like seeing what this naughty Krishna is doing. And then this verse comes. Haribol.
Hare Kṛṣṇa Prabhuji, Haribol. Tammatayastim prasamikṣya satparas tato varus parasabhitavat gopi anavadyam nayam apayoginam shamam pravestum tapaseritam manaha. Translation. When Lord Sri Krishna saw his mother, stick in hand, he very quickly got down from the top of the mortar and began to flee as if very much afraid. Although yogis try to capture him as Paramatma by meditation, desiring to enter into the effulgence of the Lord, with great austerities and penances, they failed to reach him. But Mother Yashoda, thinking that same personality of Godhead, Krishna, to be her son, began following Krishna to catch him. Prabhuji, can someone else read the purport?
Sure. Anyone who has not yet read and wants to read, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, can I read?
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna, devotees, Dandavat Pranam. Yogis, mystics want to catch Krishna as Paramatma, and with great austerities and penances, they try to approach him. Yet they cannot. Here we see, however, that Krishna is going to be caught by Yashoda and is running away in fear. This illustrates the difference between the bhakta and the yogi. Yogis cannot reach Krishna, but for pure devotees like Mother Yashoda, Krishna is already caught. Krishna was even afraid of Mother Yashoda's stick. This was mentioned by Queen Kunti in her prayers, Bhaya Bhavanaya Stithasya, Bhagavad-gita 1:831. Krishna is afraid. Krishna is afraid of Mother Yashoda, and yogis are afraid of Krishna. Yogis try to reach Krishna by Jnana Yoga and other yogas, but fail. Yet although Mother Yashoda was a woman, Krishna was afraid of her, as clearly described in this verse. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. It's clearly stated here that it's easier to get the love of Krishna or capture Krishna through bhakti versus Jnana Yoga.
Thank you, Prabhu. Sridham Prabhu, you have any additional comments, thoughts on this verse you want to add?
Not right now, Prabhu. I apologize. My wife is leaving for India, so she's kind of texting me, and so.
Sure, Prabhu. Please take care of, please. And we wish Mataji a safe travels to India. Please let her know. Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, you can please drop and we'll talk later. Yeah, you can drop.
I will stay, Prabhu, but okay. Someone else can.
Sure. We'll take care from here. So here in this beautiful verse, Shukdev Goswami is telling Krishna, everyone is trying to catch. I mean, yogis, they try to approach the Paramatma realization. They are especially the Jnana yogis, Dhyana yogis, etc. Their focus is to meditate upon that Paramatma within the heart. And then that process is very, very difficult and not even recommended for this day and age. And it's very hard. Vedeshu durlabam adurlabam atma bhaktau. Atma bhakta ke liye Krishna bahut aasan hai. Those who are trying to approach Krishna by philosophical knowledge, speculation, dhyana, and this pranayam and this, then Krishna is very hard to attain. And that's what Kunti Maharani is saying in this beautiful verse 1.8.31, which Prabhupada is quoting in this Gopya adade tvai kritagase damatavad yati dashashru kalilagna sambраmaksham vaktram nini abhayabhavanya sthitasya samam vimoyati bhir apiyat bibheti. Sekant Prabhu, you can read this verse and just the verse is fine. Translation, I mean, yeah.
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, everyone. Translation. My dear Krishna, Yashoda took up a rope to bind you when you committed an offense, and your perturbed eyes overflowed with tears, which washed the mascara from your eyes, and you were afraid, though fear personified is afraid of you. This sight is bewildering to me. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So actually, as I mentioned yesterday, the Damodar Ashtakam, which we sing in the month of Kartik, which we are going to sing every day and have more and more Damodar programs and offer lamps to Lord Damodara, begins from this verse. Let's read the first verse of Damodar Ashtakam. So we'll try to cover this also parallelly as and when the context will come. Like for example, Nalkuvir and Manigri will come much later. So we'll cover those parts when we are reading that section of Bhagavatam. But the first verse of Damodar Ashtakam is connected to what we are reading now. So, Lakshay, you know this? No? Who knows? Who can sing the first verse? This is your homework, Lakshay Prabhu, to memorize Damodar Ashtakam by this Kartik month, the entire 8 verses. Can you do it?
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
And those who feel inspired can also memorize Damodar Ashtakam. Since we do it, so many times, just try to first see and recite, and then gradually you'll be able to recite it without seeing, and that's basically memorizing. Yes, Bhaswati Mataji, I think you unmuted, please.
Namamishwaram Sachitanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Vrajamanam Yashodabiyulukhaladadhavanam Parambristamatyanta Todritagopya. Back to
Hare Krishna. So let's read the translation also. Anyone? Sushilpa Mataji, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Translation. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter and then stealing the butter, that was kept hanging from his wing, is quickly running from the golden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her who ran after him with greater speed to the Supreme Lord, Sri Damodara. I offer my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Very cool. Thank you so much. Isn't it so beautiful, like connecting this to this verse, connecting to the Kunti Maharani's prayers, and of course the 10.9.9, which we are currently reading. So look at the beautiful purport. Yogis, mystics, they try to catch Krishna, but they never can catch Krishna. Who can catch Krishna? Bhaktya mam abhijananti. By bhakti, those who are bhakta, so Prabhupada is writing, there's a difference between bhakta and yogi. Talking about not bhakti yogis, talking about dhyana yogis, jnana yogis, etc. Those who don't believe in bhakti, but believe in, oh, through my knowledge I can catch Krishna, right? Through my austerity I can catch Krishna. Through my donation I can catch Krishna. Through my beauty I can catch Krishna. Through my opulence I can catch Krishna. There is a beautiful verse which I'm not able to recall the Sanskrit at this point. But I have it in my repository of verses, if I'm able to find that quickly, since it very nicely fits in here, and I want to share with example. Anyone has any other comments before we move to that part? From this shloka, anything really struck you?
It's very beautifully explained in the translation, Prabhu, as if like it's happening in front of our eyes. That Krishna is running, and then with double force, Mata Yashoda is running to catch him, and then but it's still mystic. Did Krishna really is afraid, or is he acting afraid towards Mother Yashoda? I mean, he's Supreme Lord, right? He wouldn't be afraid of anybody, but similar to how he is giving a feeling that he was heavy when Mother Yashoda was lifting in the pastime before one of the demon who was trying to lift him. Forgot his name. The whirlpool demon. Trinavarta. Yeah.
Is Krishna really afraid, right? Is that the question?
Yeah, I was just thinking. Or he was acting afraid.
This is beautifully explained in different ways. So some acharyas mentioned it is, how can Krishna be afraid, right? Because fear personified fears Krishna, right? Everyone is fearful of what? Death, right? And Krishna says, Kalo asmi, I'm death. So fear personified. In fact, it is mentioned the sun and the moon, they move by fear of Krishna. Yamaraj, who are this? Everyone is afraid of Yamaraj, right? And Yamadutas. But who are, they are servants. They are her servants. When in the story of Ajamil, even Vishnudutas came, Yamadutas could not touch Ajamil. That means they are subordinate or fearful. But that any form of fear personified fears Krishna. But today, this is bhakti, this is Vrindavan, this is where all the contradictions come together. But still that Krishna is running from the field, and Mata has a stick, not to beat him, but to create that fear. Namam Ishwaram Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Bhajamanam. Let's meditate upon the word to word also. I bow down to that Supreme Personality of Godhead, that Supreme Ishvara, that Satchidananda Rupa, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Rupa. Lasat Kundalam, जिसके कान में कुंडल हैं, shark-shaped earrings, Lasat Kundalam. Gokule Bhajamanam. Gokul mein, he is moving around, he's manifesting his pastimes in the land of Gokula. But today, that Supreme Lord is running Yashoda Bhiyo in the fear of Bhaya, Yashoda's Bhaya. Ulu Kalata. So that's a grinding motor. Ulu Kalata. Dhava Manam. And he's running. Dhava means to run. Dhava Dhatu is run. But Mata Yashoda ran with greater speed. Paramrishtam. Atya. With greater speed she ran, and that Gopya, Paramrishtam Atyamta Drutya Gopaya. So Mata Yashoda, in this case that's a Gopi referring to Mata Yashoda, she ran with greater speed and caught Krishna. Paramrishtam Atyanta Drutya Gopya. So in short, but still Krishna is fearful because in Vrindavan he forgets that he is Krishna. Because let's say the pastime potency, Krishna's pastime potencies, the internal energies, they make him forget that he is Supreme Lord in Vrindavan. Therefore, the exchange of that love becomes sweeter. If the mother is trying to show stick, and the son says, "Hey, I'm the Supreme Lord. Hey, I can control the whole world. Fear personified fears me. Why are you trying to show this stick? I'm not going to run. What do you think? You can hit me? Okay, hit me. I'm the most powerful. Aishwarya sa samagra, Sevira sa samagra. Starts. I'm the one who gave Gita. I'm the one who killed all these demons. You're trying to show me this tiny stick." Then there is no exchange, that sweetness, right? So like a transcendental drama is going on, but in the person has to come in the character of the drama or the actor, right? So that's Krishna. And he forgets that he's the Supreme Lord. And he forgets, and he's fearful, right? So not only is fearful, he is crying. The mascara, as we read in the Kunti Maharani's prayers, the mascara, Mata Yashoda puts mascara. And that black mascara is coming off his cheek, coupled with the tears. This is Krishna. Does that help?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
There's a beautiful verse which I mentioned that I'm going to share. I was able to find that as we were talking. Anyone wants to? Anjali Priya, you want to read this verse? You want to try? The Lord sees Bhakti only. This is from Padyavali by Ishna. Okay, I'll read this. Vyadhasya charanam dhruvasya cha vayo Vidya Gajendrasya ka kubja kim u nama. Kubjayaha kim u nama rupam adhikam kim tat sudama vamsako vidurasya yadava pater ugrasya kim purusham bhaktasya tushtati kevalam nacha gunair bhakti priyo madhavaha. Sorry, I didn't sing in the right meter, but I hope you'll forgive me for that. But let's try to understand the essence. What was the great conduct of Vyadha, who was a hunter basically? What was the, Dhruvasya cha vayo? What was the age? If conduct, if acharan would give bhakti, Vyad did not have a great acharan. He was a hunter. Dhruva, if age could have given bhakti, what was the age of Dhruva? 5 years old. If Vidya could have given to Krishna, then Gajendra was an animal, no Vidya. What about Nama Rupa? If what's the next? Vidura. If high birth would have given devotion, right, or attainment to Krishna, then Vidura did not have that. If Rupa would have given, beauty would have given, Kubja was not beautiful, henchback. What if wealth could have given bhakti, then Sudama did not have any wealth. Kim tat Sudamo dhanam vamsho ka vidurasya. Vidur ka kaun sa vamsh tha? Yadave patir ugrasya kim paurusham. What's the next one here? So we covered what was the negotiable workings of Yadupati Ugrasena? Yadupati Ugrasena kaun sa parakram tha? Okay, he was not very like parakrami or like kingly. So what is the real thing? So wealth cannot give bhakti, character cannot give bhakti, charity cannot give bhakti, knowledge cannot give bhakti or attainment to Krishna. How is Krishna happy? How is Krishna bhaktya tushyati kevalam? So beautiful. Bhaktya. Bhakti se santusht hote hain Bhagwan. Na cha gunair bhakti priyo madhavaha. So Lord Krishna only sees love and devotion, not by conduct, not by qualities, not by wealth, not by which country we are born or what kind of parenthood we have. All these are secondary. How much wealth we have, what animal, Gajendra was animal. So all these things does not matter. Rupa does not matter. Aishwarya does not matter. Dhan does not matter. And some examples are also given. And there are so many examples, right? Of these different kinds. These are not the classification. They all, all the devotees mentioned here, like Dhruva, Kubja, etc. They were great devotees. But they all had some external things less. Like Sudama did not have wealth, Kubja did not have beauty, Dhruva did not have the age, Gajendra did not have the knowledge, but still they became pure devotees. How? Bhaktya tushyati kevalam na cha gunair bhakti priyo madhavaha. Those who one can memorize this beautiful verse, I'll also try, since at least in Hindi or English you now know most of it, that we discuss word to word. But that Krishna bhaktya tushyati kevalam Na cha gunair. Gun se santusht nahi hote. Bhakti priya, because he is bhakti priya. Bhakti, 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 bhakti. It comes like at least 50 times in Bhagavad Gita. Bhakti amam abhijanti. Right? Man mana bhav mad bhakto. Patram pushpam malam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati. So many times this bhakti comes. That's the essence of Gita, that's the essence of Bhagavatam, that's the essence of Damodar Leela. So this is this verse, that Krishna is caught by bhakti. Don't try to see Krishna, try to serve Krishna through devotional service or bhakti, so he comes to see you. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur mentioned that. Yogis, jnanis try to run after Krishna. They cannot never catch Krishna. But to devotees, Krishna comes running to them. Mata was churning butter. Krishna came running to them, to her, right? This is the power of bhakti. Even the Shabari, she did not have high, she was very, very low class from external. Other so-called jnanis, so other people used to make fun. Hey, Baba, we are so intelligent. We are, great, great souls. You think Matanga Rishi said and you took it seriously? Seriously? This reminds me of a Prabhupada pastime I was hearing. Prabhupada, so many challenges he underwent through. I was hearing Shaman Prabhu speaking this story, which Prabhupada, I'll share two stories of Prabhupada. You want to hear Prabhupada pastimes? From early, before coming to US, he was preaching, they were trying to preach in Delhi. So hot summer in June, July, May, June. This is very hot in Delhi, North India. And he had no resources. He was in Bombay trying to preach, and then someone called him that the creditors, aapka sara bank balance and all your businesses flop, your pharmacy, to the extent the people who were supposed to take, the vendors and all the people who the pharmacy, owed, they came and took the furniture also. Nothing. The employees, whatever was left and whatever they could, everyone got whatever they could get, and practically there was like bankrupt, fully bankrupt. So many challenges. Then later Prabhupada was preaching in Delhi. One Dr. Saab was walking. There were not much phones and those things that time, right? There were no phones and mobile phones and stuff in 1960s, or even in 70s. I don't think there were phones at that time. Not mobile phones for sure. So one person, he saw that the culture was still much better than what it is now. So person saw that this sannyasi is trying to do something. He said, okay, I'll give you something. Okay, and then how will you meet? And okay, I'll come. I go through this route. I'll see you tomorrow. Prabhupada was standing there, 10:30 a.m. That the Dr. Saab will come. He'll give me something. 10:30, 11:30, and then one of the other Prabhupada's god brothers, he narrates this story. The Prabhupada was standing there. He was standing 3:30, 10:30 to 3:30, 5 hours. He said Prabhupada was standing there waiting for this person, and he's asked Prabhupada, why, like, it's so hot here, why are you to go? So you should not be standing here for like in the sun for like 5 hours. He said, what was he going to give you? He said, 5 rupees. He said, forget about it, I'll give you 5 rupees. Just think about it. So many times he got heat stroke and just fell on the road. So many times. One person said, oh, come to my home, I'll give you tomorrow something. No, he said, yeah, come, please, I'll give you. I want to help you. He said, Prabhupada said, okay, can I come tomorrow? He said, yeah, come. He went, Prabhupada went, thinking, This person said he's going to help. And then he must be on his like second floor or second floor in the US or first floor in India. You know, in first floor in India means the first ground floor and first floor, like one level up. You got it, right? Here we say first floor is ground floor, but the point is he was in his balcony and he said, but Swamiji, मैंने तो आपको बोला आपने seriously ले लिया, right? I would just say, okay, Ajana, okay, I'll give you something. You know, I just said like, okay, not to say no, but you took it so seriously that you came home and asked something. No, go, get out. Just think about Trinadati Sunichi. I don't know how I went there, but the point is, look at what Prabhupada has done for us. And then Krishna comes running to those devotees. Those who are serving him with great devotion, Krishna comes running. To the extent, as we read yesterday in the Bilamangal Thakur's bhajan, that he is actually caught. Krishna is caught in the heart of such souls. And so tightly caught by the Bhakti Damnasi Maya Niruddha, by the Bhakti Dhamma, by Bhakti Ropa, by Bhakti, by love, by devotion, that he cannot run away. So, and does not matter whether one is, you know, woman, low class, high class, animal, young, like Dhruva, poor, like Sudama, and so many other examples we discuss. So all those are secondary consideration. The main thing is bhakti, devotional service. That's the ingredient. That's the formula. Bhaktyatushati kevalam nacha gunair bhakti priyo madhava. Bhakti priyo madhava. Hare Krishna. Any other comments, thoughts, additions, corrections, please? Anyone wants to add or share any thoughts, reflections in the last 2-3 minutes? Reflection is something which struck you, so please try to share when it's time for reflection. You know, it will help in your understanding, in our memory, in our at least one thing like we're taking home today, one thing which we'll meditate tonight upon, right? So we should be eager to share reflections so that okay, say, okay, now we have to wind up and don't have enough time. Maybe you share your reflection rather than, you know, so please try to share, and I request, not for pleasing me, but for our own good, right? After Shravanam comes Smaranam. So at least one take-home message, one thing which we struck us, we should try to share. We may not remember everything, but if we remember even like 1 or 2 points, and we paraphrase that in our own words, that's a very helpful thing.
I really like the words that you shared today, Prabhuji. Amazing. I felt the only thing that can come between us and developing love is our commitment and our desire to follow the path of bhakti. And when we have this, I think, as you said, as you ended your class today, Krishna will obviously keep running to us and coming. So I think that way we can get the mercy. I really like the verse that you shared. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Very cool. Thank you so much. And that's actually the main thing. It's mentioned to the Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta. If bhakti is available anywhere, one should buy it at that very moment. But unfortunately, it's not available. But it's available for one. Tatra lolyam api mulyam. As you said, lolyam, desire, spiritual hankering, spiritual desire. And that's the only thing. And I'll share this verse so that those who want to memorize, it's so beautiful. And I'll share try to share the audio also in the right meter, so those who want can try to memorize it. Thank you. Very nice reflection, Mataji. Thank you. Anyone else before we wrap up for today?
Prabhuji, we read the Bhaktivinoda Thakur Prabhuji's
Bhajan,
Baswati
yeah.
Mataji sang, right? Out of which the translation, the second one, which defined the 6 faults, 6 opulences, and 6 that I like that very much. Prabhu. Could you share that translation as well?
Sure. Absolutely. And I would recommend, if you really like that, you get a small book called Nectar of Instruction. Ramaya Prabhu, can you please help her to get that?
Sure, Mataji. I'll bring one for you on Saturday.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
And those are the first 4 verses of Nectar of Instruction, which are very, very important. And I highly recommend that. All 4 verses are so important, and the essence of sadhana bhakti, very, very important for a sadhaka.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Very nice. So we will pause here and continue tomorrow. Kantra Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Purana ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Thakur Mahāprabhu ki jai. Once again, happy Krishna conscious birthday to our dear Baswati Mataji and Viharini Mataji. Let's say one more time, 3 times loudly. Haribo, 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 Haribo.
Haribo.
Baswati Mataji ki jai.
Jai.
Viharini Mataji ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Jai Śrīla Prabhupada. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.